30 days begin. Fragile peace frays around Varen's contested harvest tonight again.
Rumors gather like fog. Insurers, families, captains calculate acceptable risk this week. Northern ministers debate escorts, while markets punish hesitation and reward resolve tonight.
Southern broadcasters promise calm as callers describe checkpoints creeping inland this week.
Offshore platforms gleam. Energy arteries determine leverage, headlines, and winter prices tomorrow.
Customs discrepancies multiply. Whispers suggest sabotage disguised as administrative incompetence spreading quietly.
Neutral diplomats craft sentences softer than gunfire, inviting reversible commitments from rivals.
Fishermen compute safety pragmatically. Fuel, weather, curfews, and known patrols before departure.
Reconnaissance lenses harvest patterns. Every wake becomes handwriting, suggesting intent to analysts.
We demand guarantees! Enough is enough! Students demand guarantees! Elders recall shortages! Politicians...
Actuaries lift premiums. Spreadsheets whisper probabilities, courage, and exits under rising tension.
Authority watches nervously. Obligations collide with rumors and jurisdictional pride at dusk.
Mountain passes choke. Paperwork thickens. Rhetoric hardens like refrozen snow each morning.
Families triangulate safety, forwarding locations as if prayers required receipts for reassurance.
Students parse blockades as legality, while markets price outcomes before lectures begin daily.
Weather complicates intentions, storms schedule cross-purpose no cabinet can reschedule on demand.
Smugglers assemble narratives, financing provocations with tonight's convenient ambiguity across dim warehouses.
Humanitarian rhythms start early, anticipating politics' late arrivals and departures tomorrow night. Veterans sip lessons. Currents remember truths politicians prefer forgetting during closing time. Offshore intentions harden. Morning escorts will redefine commerce and confidence for everyone. Official line says protection. Unofficial memos whisper leverage, optics, deterrence at sea. Defenders count angles, rehearsing restraint and proportional replies under pressure each drill.
White female merchants trade rumors, plotting detours wider than accountants tolerate during fog-bound passages.
Markets absorb tension. Bargaining becomes the barometer before diplomats notice the shifting pressure.
Pest intrusions probe servers. Fingerprints masquerade as clumsy maintenance errors, confusing attribution.
Engineers patch silently, logging ghosts, preserving continuity without admissions to nervous superiors. Twilight patrols converge, searchlights taste waves, engines hum impatiently, awaiting first contact.
Current shut clauses active.
Neutral city salons buzz. Mediators compare drafts, verbs, and synonyms for de-escalation.
Student marches swell! Police cordons reshape routes and momentum through downtown avenues!
LN announces escorts, citing safety. Critics hear coercion wrapped gently in protocol.
QN reinforces checkpoints, promising calm while tightening maritime reporting along coastal roads.
A drone maps traffic, wakes braid into diagrams, suggesting intentions and pressure.
All right, hazard pay it is. Let's get back to work.
Dock workers strike briefly. Concessions traded for hazard allowances and guarantees this week.
Patent lawyers debate sanctions. Traders hedge currencies, metals, and grain against surprises.
Let's review the optics, shall we, before deployment?
CTN proposes observers. Both sides calculate optics, corridors, and commitments.
Anonymous manifesto circulates. Slogans sharpen. Counterstatements emphasize order amid restless city nights. Fuel convoys reroute. Villages notice unfamiliar uniforms guarding crossroads under uncertain skies. First escort sails. Cameras linger. Microphones ask disciplined questions about proportional protection.
Southern Cabinet convenes, maps unfurl, tempers cool, then rise amid difficult calculations.
Night fishermen hail patrols, passwords updated, routes cleared cautiously along familiar shoals.
Foreign correspondents arrive. Lenses seek symbols, stories, and silhouettes before curfew sirens.
Cyber forensics trace misdirection. Perpetrators remain blurry behind contractors and rented infrastructure. A storm front lands. Plans slacken. Tempers reset under rain for hours.
Insurance bulletin updates. Some routes regain coverage, cautiously, conditionally, pending escort availability.
Neutral frigate observes, flags flutter. Radios remain courteous but firm in hailing.
All right, let's get back to work. Time is money!
Dock cranes restart. Crews cheer softly. Deadlines resume complicated rhythms before dusk.
A convoy forms offshore. Silhouettes align. Decisions crystallize toward confrontation by sunrise.
Staff officers refine convoy screens, while public statements stress restraint and vigilance.
Controllers track unidentified wakes, debating escalation rules over half-finished sandwiches tonight.
Anchors balance calm tone against breaking footage of gray hulls approaching Varin.
First contact expected. Instruments blur as tension condenses above cold, straight waters.
Northern escort captain weighs proximity protocols, while orders emphasize deterrence, not combat.
Coastal gunners drill silently, rehearsing restraint beneath cameras watching every movement.
Observers record bearing angles, ensuring any claim of aggression meets recorded evidence.
Hospitals prepare contingency wards, recalling lessons from previous crises decades before.
Convoy proceeds cautiously, maintaining formation within contested waters of uncertain jurisdiction.
Digital skirmishes flare quietly. Data corruption replaces shells as preferred opening salvo.
Bureaucracy absorbs shock first. Signatures slow conflict faster than diplomacy sometimes can.
Media turns Horizon into theater, every silhouette repurposed as headline and argument.
Logistics hum behind speeches, silent conveyors feeding possibilities neither side concedes.
Civil order tightens quietly. Fear trades faster than currency before official confirmation.
Meteorologists forecast interference. Storms promise cover and complication to commanders alike.
They say it's drifting closer to Sector 4 tonight.
Harbor gossip mutates. Coordinates drift through rumor faster than encrypted channels.
Legal counsel drafts contingencies, anticipating post-incident hearings before shots are fired.
Signal relays bridge factions, translating mistrust into measurable decibels of static noise.
Increased gain on Channel 3. Possible vessel signature.
Acoustic signatures overlap. Analysts guess intentions through patterns older than treaties.
Fuel becomes lifeblood. One valve sabotage could tilt negotiation leverage overnight.
Headlines duel for framing. Neutrality itself becomes contested real estate on air.
East Asian male commanders whisper brevity codes, ensuring escalation remains deniable, yet ready.
Southern generals calculate attrition, projecting endurance rather than outright victory tonight.
Humanitarian shipments increase. Neutrality measured in tonnage, not speeches anymore.
Civilians interpret light patterns, blending fear and fascination across sleeping city roofs.
Machinery endures politics.
Engines follow physics regardless of shifting diplomatic pressure points. Young soldiers rehearse stoicism. Rumor substitutes orders until dawn clarifies intentions.
Relief missions queue under dual flags, awaiting permissions from both anxious capitals.
Delegates propose observers again. Vetoes arrive, cloaked in procedural courtesy and silence.
Unconfirmed explosions ripple rumors ashore before facts assemble coherent chronology tomorrow.
Northern response convenes instantly. Calm voices narrate chaos as protocol demands composure.
Southern officials coordinate shelters, prioritizing hospitals and power grids over retaliation orders.
Analysts confirm detonations small yet symbolic. Escalation graphs adjust overnight expectations rapidly.
Global indices recoil, freight futures freeze, pending credible verification from field correspondents. Rescue teams move first. Law will follow slower through official channels tomorrow.
Casualties minimal, but media magnifies. Each injury weighs heavier than tonnage lost.
Legislators demand restraint. Hawks counter urgency. Applause sounds brittle beneath chandeliers.
Patriotic rallies swell. Unity slogans drown whispered fears of prolonged blockade.
Analysts trace miscommunication spiral, warning conflicts rarely die from exhaustion alone.
Morning after tension feels heavier than battle's promise. Quieter, yet unresolved.
Evidence cataloged meticulously, ensuring narrative supremacy in tomorrow's press release.
Neutral aid prepares corridors, betting humanity against bureaucracy once again.
Observers widen scope. Data replaces speculation across encrypted midnight transmissions.
Faith offers interval. Prayers mix languages seeking truce beyond human grammar.
Naval discipline restores symmetry. Morale steadies though uncertainty endures under clouds.
Routine reappears cautiously. Citizens test normalcy along repaired asphalt of fragile peace.
Mediators announce inquiry commission. Optimism measured carefully in syllables and camera flashes.
Supply trains roll again. Reflections carry doubts officials cannot quite extinguish. Evening paints calm veneer. Beneath waves, steel and fear remain unresolved companions.
Peace talks convene quietly. Exhaustion outweighs pride, yet suspicion never fully sleeps.
Delegations exchange scripts, testing empathy through rehearsed civility under chandelier's patient light.
Harbor workers scrub evidence, turning tragedy into routine maintenance before cameras arrive.
Wounds photographed discreetly. Morale officers document recovery for tomorrow's domestic reassurance broadcast. Lecturers dissect mistakes, shaping cautionary doctrine from last night's confused encounter offshore.
Headlines drift toward optimism. Editors gamble fatigue will temper political tempers overnight. Agreements drafted in passive voice promise progress without admitting anyone's fault directly.
Commerce limps forward. The hum of engines drowns faint echoes of fear.
Repairs symbolize resilience. Production becomes patriotism, measured in decibels and rivets.
Ministers declare victory by endurance. Rhetoric masks exhaustion under flags a steady fabric.
Observers track compliance. Satellites replace trust across kilometers of fragile ocean agreements.
Bureaucracy offers safety, transforming individuals into case numbers beneath fluorescent mercy.
Villagers restore habits. Rumor becomes cautionary tale rather than forecast of attack.
Electricity resumes. African-American female engineers rethread circuits through still smoldering politics of fragile reconciliation.
A concert resumes diplomacy's rhythm, notes carrying farther than speeches can.
Convoys ferry reconstruction gear, blending relief and surveillance beneath fading sunlight.
Analysts present cost graphs, victories quantified in ratios, not territory or glory.
Accountability returns cautiously. Inquiries promise transparency after censorship conveniently retires.
Publishers rush memoirs, capitalizing on conflict's narrative before memories blur.
Evening disguises scars. Salt and smoke merge into nostalgic silhouettes of survival.
Mediators announce progress, applause polite, cameras hungry, outcomes still uncertain beneath phrasing.
Historians begin parsing drafts, arguing chronology before truth hardens into doctrine.
Veterans narrate restraint proudly, redefining valor as survival within controlled escalation.
Aid distribution continues. Compassion becomes logistics, measured in manifests and receipts.
Traffic normalizes. Ships exchange horns where gunfire echoed days before.
Leadership frames restraint as foresight, redefining uncertainty into planned flexibility publicly.
Southern leadership projects calm, rehearsing televised gratitude for restored sovereignty tonight.
Experts debate causality, trading data, and metaphors under neutral lighting endlessly. A monument rises early. Memory, curated before forgetting, reclaims narrative control.
Surveillance persists. Trust remains conditional, encoded in blinking dots along coastlines.
History polished, context trimmed politely for visiting dignitaries and donors later.
Shared hardship soft as allegiance. Beer foams where ideology once ruled conversation.
Academia reframes conflict as dataset. Empathy becomes variable in models.
Blue helmets withdraw. Mission declared success by silence and orderly boarding.
Production resumes. Vigilance institutionalized through routine maintenance under sodium glare.
Peace hums faintly. Readiness remains habit neither side can unlearn easily.
Morning editions celebrate calm, leaving margins for tomorrow's inevitable revisions.
Civility returns incrementally, measured by timetables more than treaties now.
Ceremony restores rhythm. Young officers inherit caution, disguised as pride.
Memory softens edges. Generations translate fear into folklore by instinct.
Reconstruction metrics soothe nerves. Spreadsheets become lullabies for recovering markets.
Tourism returns. Narrative shifts from danger to resilience, packaged attractively.
Healing measured in centimeters. Applause quieter than parades, but longer lasting. Commerce reclaims hours once given to vigilance. Profit masking fatigue silently.
Classified documents slumber, awaiting historians courageous enough to question official calm.
The harbor breathes again. Peace, fragile yet momentarily believable tonight.
The public hears a victory narrative trimmed neatly to fit allotted broadcast time.
Consensus claimed, definitions postponed. Applause covers collective relief and doubt alike.
Songs recall storms. Melody stitches what politics left torn between coasts.
From altitude, scars resemble veins. Conflict fades into geography beneath gathering night. Signatures dry swiftly. History pauses briefly before politics resumes under softer lighting.
Harbor celebrates peace aloud. Echoes mix industry's heartbeat with collective exhalation today.
Celebration masks fatigue. Parades translate survival into spectacle for weary citizens.
Unity parades march identical rhythms north and south, erasing borders temporarily together.
Tomorrow's headlines crown restraint. Omission remains diplomacy's quietest craft, perfected daily.
Light persists methodically, its cycle indifferent to treaties or triumphs below. Architects debate symbols. Marble must balance pride with repentance, convincingly in stone. History condenses. Curriculum converts confusion into sequence digestible for next generation. Aid data defines success. Compassion tabulated monthly through metrics and distribution graphs.
Peace breeds smuggling again. Prosperity and crime share identical silhouettes after midnight.
Monks chant balance. Prayers request memory without vengeance beneath patient statues.
Scholars debate deterrence, trading equations for empathy across polished wooden tables.
Industry revives. Peace measured in tonnage, launched toward uncertain futures. Old sailors swap sea tales, filtering truth through humor and mercy together.
Voices of crisis stored beside jazz and commercials, awaiting rediscovery.
Data replaces emotion. Lessons extracted sterile, awaiting next funding cycle analysis. Citizens digest outcomes. Comprehension competes with fatigue and fleeting domestic priorities.
Commerce romanticizes conflict. Shells sold polished as memory tokens for tourists.
We learn today, we lead tomorrow. Our future is bright, full of hope and light.
The Intelligence Archive, secured for decades, holds the secrets of the past century.
Amidst the elegant surroundings of the terrace, diplomats gathered, their measured laughter masking the serious nature of the talks ahead.
Barons Harbor, once a bustling center of trade, now only remembers its past through the weathered gaze of this solitary figure.
As was tradition, the weekly roast was presented promptly at 6.
The morning rush was the lifeblood of the city. Here, amidst the bustle and...
I believe the ambassador is expecting us shortly.
Yes, but do try this champagne first, Mr. Davies. The vintage is superb.
stood at the precipice of change, unaware that...
The energy flows depend on her precision. Day and night, the work continues far from shore.
The Coastal Patrol maintained a vigilant watch, even as the engines idled in the early morning mist. These brave men found rest where they could.
The relentless pursuit of knowledge often begins here, amidst the scattered proofs and multiplying.
For Ms. Eleanor Vance, the garden was more than just beauty. It was a symbol of hope. The stillness here speaks volumes. Each photograph a silent testament to struggle.
The bugle call signals the conclusion of the day's duties, a tradition upheld with unwavering respect by the Guard.
The halls of the Veterans Hospital saw thousands pass through. For many, the journey home.
In the quiet corridors of the archive, history is not merely preserved, it is...
From this vantage, the peninsula seemed an island of hope. Yet,